are deleted from the stack. So when we return from this function, function B, all of those variables for B1, B2, B3 are erased from stack, and we come back to this area. So now we execute these cout statements, and we are executing this print statements. It prints it out, but all of those variables for A1, A2, and A3 are removed from the stack. And then we return to function A, and function A return to function main. And then main again has those variables. So we print out those variables here, and then we return from the function main. And that is how we use the stack, right? So when we declare an array using a local scope int ARR40123, we are essentially declaring a local variable called ARR that has 4 values. So when we return the address of this particular array, we again do have that particular address here, but all of the contents of that particular address is cleared off the moment we return back from this function. Does that make sense as to how we cannot print out 0, 1, 2, 3 once we come out of this function, because all of these are local variables? Right? Perfect. So now let's talk about heap for a quick second. So let's say I have this pointer P1 and I'm saying new int 4. And let's say these are all initialized to 0, 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to type out the code for that. Now I am using this operator called new. Now, when I use this operator new, I am basically allocating memory for 4 integers and assigning the first address to P1, right? But this memory is allocated to the heap memory, not the stack memory. Because we are using new, we are allocating it to the heap memory. Now, heap memory is cool because once we return back to the function, the heap memory still stays. Think of the heap memory as a global memory that is available across all your programs. So in the heap memory, once we have this, we can actually, when we try to print out these values, we will actually print out 0, 1, 2, and 3. Right? Because the heap memory is global, it is not within the stack. So does this global versus local thing for stack and heap make sense? Any questions about this? So you understand that if we had declared this array as a local array, it wouldn't have worked. But since we declared this array as a new array with the keyword new, this worked, right? Okay. So, and I was talking about managed programming languages. That is way too far away for our course, but I'll just discuss this. So let's say that we do return P1 and we were saving it to int star A. But let's say that we are not saving it anywhere, right? If we are not saving it anywhere, what, and let's say that we had this for loop, just for the sake of it, 0, I less than 4, I plus plus, and P1 of I equals to I, right? So it just assigns the value to that particular array location. So now we basically assign a heap value, and let's also have an X here. Let's say that we have this heap memory and we have this stack memory, right? So when we call this particular function func, X is stored as a local variable, right? So X goes into the stack as 9, right? Now the next line that we have, it is int star P1. So P1 is an address, right? An address to an integer or an integer array. And then what we are doing is assigning a new set of memory locations, new int 4. Whenever we are using new int 4, we are basically allocating memory in the heap. And since it is 4, I'm going to assign all of those as 4. And I'm going to say that the address is 0xabcd. So this is what goes on when we say int star p1 new int 4. P1 is still allocated. P1 is a pointer that has its own memory address, right? So P1 is allocated inside the stack, but it now basically points to the address ABCD. For this particular line, then we are assigning the values 0, 1, 2, and 3 to the heap memory location. So we say that we now understand what goes on in the memory for these 3 lines. Do you understand what goes on in the heap and the stack? Type in a question mark. Right. So the heap has the array allocation. However, P1 is still in stack, but it now has the value ABCD, where ABCD is basically this particular address that has this array. Sean, what is the issue that you are having? Remember, Sean, that the P1 is not an array itself. P1 is just an address to something. So P1 itself is a variable that holds some memory. So in C++, we know about 2 things, right? We know about references, but we also know about pointers. So pointers are essentially variables that have not integer values, but address values. So we can have an array at the address, some, let's say ADDR1, right? So a pointer can hold its own memory location at some address, and then it can have the value ADDR1, where ADDR1 is basically pointing to the starting location of that particular array. So that is what it is going on in this particular scenario here, where, give me one sec, where P1 is a pointer that holds the value ABCD, where ABCD is a memory location inside heap, where ABCD holds these values 0, 1, 2, and 3. Does that make sense? Yes, Nis, you are correct. If we return P1, we are not returning the address of P1, right? We are returning ABCD itself. So think about it like this. Let's say that P1 is stored at the address of A123, right? And it holds the value 0xabcd. Think about it like this. P1 is a pointer that has its own memory location. That memory location has its address A123. But P1 itself has a value of ABCD. So when we return P1, we are basically returning ABCD. So when we return ABCD, we are basically returning this particular address. And from the heap memory, we can then access these values, because when it returns from this function, when it comes to this particular location here, all of the stack elements are removed, but the heap is never removed. So we can then still access the heap memory. Does that make sense for Brian Neese and Sean Ribardo? No? Yes, so remember, yes, Brian, you're correct. So the stack, so let's, okay, so let's just dive in a bit more deep, detail. So for these 3 lines of code, we called main with function func, right? And let's say that we executed these 3 lines of code. X goes to stack, P1 goes to stack, P1 has the value ABCD, and in the heap, we are declaring this array of 4 elements with 0, 1, 2, and 3, right? So does everyone agree that for these 3 lines of code, we have the memory allocations for this heap and stack. Type in yes or no if you understand up to here. Anybody who does not understand how the different heap and stack things work? Perfect. So type in yes or no if pointer has its own memory allocation and its own memory address. Right. So pointer, think of a pointer as its own variable, right? So a pointer is a variable that stores addresses. So ABCD is the value that is being stored in that variable, but that particular variable is again stored in a particular address, and we are calling that particular address as A123. So when we return P1, essentially we are returning the value ABCD, right? So when we return, two things happen. First thing is it returns ABCD and it returns back here. Let's have some pointer value here. Let's say A. So A basically becomes address value ABCD because A is a pointer. The other thing that happens is because we are returning from a function, and as we declared in that diagram, stack diagram before, the stack memory is cleared off. Because we came back from that function call, the stack memory is cleared off. And since we came out of this function, the stack memory is empty. Nothing in this stack can be accessed anymore. And that is the reason for that is the reason why we have local variables. That is why we cannot have X. We cannot access X from this function because X used to reside in stack and it is not here anymore because we came back out of this function. However, at address ABCD within the heap memory, we have these values 0, 1, 2, 3. And these are declared in the heap memory because we have assigned it using the new operator. Right, so whenever we use the new operator, we are assigning or allocating memory in the heap memory. And that is why when we return this particular address value ABCD, we can then actually access elements A0 all the way to A3 because these elements are in the heap memory and A is basically the address ABCD. And since heap memory is not removed when we come back to this from this function call, we can still access these memory locations. Does that make sense? No. How the stack is removed, but the heap is still sort of like a global memory area. Right? Any confusions till now? Parvez, that is the thing that I'm going to come to. So, remember, C++, so Parvez, C++ does not do anything automatically unless you ask it to. So, imagine this thing. Imagine that we have the same function, it returns something, but let's say that I do not assign this particular return address to any variable. Right? I just call this function and this declares an array, assigns those values to this array and returns back. Is there any way in a for loop that I can print out this array now?